But the breakfast today was 2 pieces of bread and mackerel. That's what they gave me for breakfast. Stabur mackerel.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
It feels kind of funny after months and months of constant work to finally be here. Doesn't quite feel real, I guess. As you can see, I checked into the COVID hotel. I'll be in quarantine for at least 7 days, but you can also see that they let me out for walks. I can probably take this off because I'm out here by myself, other than all my traffic. The hotel's not bad. It's a nice hotel. It's all entirely shut down, but nothing but COVID folks. And I'm guessing it's only COVID folks for the university.
Before I sleep,
I have a feeling when I wake up in the morning, it's going to be like, holy smoke, I'm in Bergen. I made it to Norway.
no limit to what we can do.
After 40 some hours of travel with flying and bureaucracy and waiting in line and getting moved from place to place like sheep, by the time I got here, you can well imagine I was pretty trashed. And when I started looking for things, I couldn't find it. Clearly I packed for space, not for organization. Some socks over here and t-shirts over there, and I couldn't find a thing. This place is trashed. If I'm gonna be here for a week, the first thing I'm gonna do, I gotta get organized. Moving to another country can make you feel like a vagabond, wandering the globe with all your possessions, at least all that you can carry. Some of it is for comfort, some for need, and some of it, well...
Doesn't everybody travel with a microplane?
Hey, cheese grating's important, even in Norway. Well, the place looks a little better, but here's a question. What hotel doesn't have any drawers? There's no place to put my stuff. Day 3 of quarantine, and well, it kind of wears on you, as you might imagine. For example, still a little jet lagged, woke up at like 5:30, 5:45 this morning. Decided to go down and get a cup of coffee, but it was yesterday's coffee, it was cold. Went down at 6:30, went down at 7:30, nothing. You have to wait until they deliver the food, and it is now 8:55 and they finally delivered my breakfast. I'm really not happy that I don't have control over when I eat or what I eat, but on the other hand, it is what it is. I knew this was going to be the case when I came in, but the days can't go by fast enough.
Are you on the windowsill?
Yeah.
What's your view from that hotel room? Oh, another hotel room window.
Yep. Just, I look at a building across the way.
Oh, okay.
This is a Scandic, and that's a Scandic. They took us one at a time across the street to get registered as guests. You know, the lobby over there was very nice, where here, you know, I don't know if it's just because with COVID, nobody's really been here for a year and a half or whatever, or maybe it's just because of the security guards that are the only thing that's in the lobby right now.
There's security guards in the lobby?
Yeah, you have to check out every time you step out of the building.
What's going on in that hotel is the quarantine.
Yes, it's only quarantine here. This morning when I went to step out, I waved and he goes, "Where are you going?" And I went, "Oh, I'm just going for a walk around the neighborhood." Okay.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least one person cares where you're going.
Well, there's that. And
Making the move from Seattle to graduate school in Norway is surely a big jump for anyone, at any time. But doing it during a pandemic makes it exponentially harder.
I can't even read that.
And learning about school while locked in your room, with quarantine, all school orientation is online. There's really no other choice. But the problem is I'm left more confused than ever. I don't exactly know where I need to go or what I need to do. And the videos that they provide, well, the bandwidth is so bad on Zoom that you can't read the subtitles. It's not they didn't try. It's going to be really interesting as the students try to figure out why I'm here and what I'm doing and why I'm really excited about going back to school. Life in the hotel becomes a big blur, bounded by four walls. Each day just melts into the next. There's not much to do but read, stare at your computer, eat, and sleep. But it does afford the time to think about why we choose to abandon the familiar in search of the new. There are consequences, seen and unseen. Confusion with those left behind, uncertainty about the future, and loneliness with days spent not speaking to a soul. Even now, I'm not entirely certain why I made the leap. Most of the folks I know are thinking about retirement.
Mm. 7 a.m. and it's just another day. Here in quarantine. You know, it's funny because here in quarantine, it's been a very different sense of time. And that's been particularly true in trying to get over jet lag. I think when you're on vacation or you're going to work somewhere and it's a totally different time zone, you have a reason to be there. It's like, oh, let's get up and go to the museum, or I got to go meet with that client, or oh, that conference starts at 8. And so you just force yourself to get up and start working on local time. Well, in quarantine, there's no reason to get up because there's nothing to do. And so you will go to bed like, oh, it's tired, and then suddenly you wake up, oh, look, it's 2:30 in the morning. Okay, well, I guess I'm awake. There's nothing else to do. There is no urgency to get onto the local structure of time. And it's a little bit disconcerting because the rest of the world operates within that time, and I haven't been. I'm hopeful I'll start working on local time pretty soon. The food is often, shall we say, interesting.
Yeah.
I think this is Indian food, or, ooh, I just dripped. Some tomato meat thing and rice.
Oh my God. And they feed you breakfast and lunch?
Yes.
That's a lot of food.
In quarantine, you're always looking forward to your next meal. I imagine it's a bit like living in a nursing home. 3 times a day, you'll hear a knock on your door, and you step outside to retrieve a bag. A bag with your breakfast, or your lunch, or your dinner. The folks who put the meals together do a pretty good job. I think they're leaning heavily on giving us comfort food, Norwegian comfort food. Well, this is not a new bit. I think I'm going to kind of go through and taste some of the things they've given me. So first up is liver paste. Check the verdict on liver paste. Kind of a cross between liverwurst and cat food. Not my favorite. This is stabur mackerel, so this is mackerel paste. In some sort of tomato sauce, I'm thinking. Ooh. Show you this. So it's almost like tuna fish. We'll have to see. Actually, not bad. I'd eat that again. Yum. Caviar. Yeah, so this is going to be fish eggs. Ooh. Kind of looks like a salmon pate. Wow, I like that. That's really good and salty. I'll eat more of that. Skinkeost. I have no idea. I've just mangled the whatever that is, but I have no clue what skinkeost is. Look it up. So this doesn't really translate all that well. It says stinker ost. That doesn't make me really excited. It's at this point in the video where I confirm for you that A, I have fat thumbs and I cannot type on my phone. B, I am a tool. And or 3, I forgot all my Norwegian lessons because I failed to realize it is skinkeost. Skinke with a K, not a T. As you can see, that changes things significantly. I'm guessing most of you vote for D, all of the above. No idea. Has something in it. Braeck, which is raspberry jam. Oh my God, it's heaven. That's really good. Wow. Jordbær, strawberry. These guys rock at jam. There are 2 other foods worth noting that have been delivered to my hotel room, this time by the Student Association. One, of course, is a can of Solo. This is the ubiquitous orange drink. Think Nesbitt's orange. And I couldn't be in Norway without a quick lunch. I love that they delivered this. This is really just the start for me as I learn new food in a new culture. Like many hotels, the way you turn on the light is you insert your room card. Great, except, well, I almost always forget my room key. So instead, I'm using my ID card from where I used to go swimming in Seattle. Another evening, another meal of mystery. After a while, you almost get used to the solitary experience of eating alone. There is no table, and the utensils are wood in tinfoil trays. I warm more than a few dinners. For entertainment, there is Norwegian television. Once again, if only I'd paid more attention in my Norwegian classes. There are retread, pun intended, this is a car show after all, shows from the UK. I'm not sure about this fish cake. Mostly, I just wait for the commercials. Not sure if more salt will help this meal any. I would watch more television. I think it would help jumpstart my Norse comprehension. The big problem is, this is what television looks like most of the time.
Try it first.
So, once again, I just close my eyes and try to get some sleep. What keeps me sane are my walks. I'm so thankful I can go outside and explore the city, especially since who knows how long this great weather will last. The Bergen city center is not huge, and despite the hills, it is very walkable. I go out 2-3 times a day and explore.
I don't know why, if you've tested COVID twice, I guess it's the incubation period, right? That's the issue.
They've had a recent spate of people coming in who got it on the airplane. That's why you need to hang out and do your 7-day incubation to make certain that you are not going to be Typhoid Mary.
Just get me out of here.
Well, I'm hoping that today is going to be a great day. I've been in a quarantine hotel for 7 days, and that means I can test. And if I get a negative test, then I can go to the house and finish the last 3 days there. And I'm really excited about that because that'll mean I can actually start my life here rather than the last week of limbo. Certainly it's something that needed to be done. Need to be safe. I don't want to bring anything here. I don't want to make these people sick. Frankly, I'm just a little bored. Well, let's hope I can wrap up my stay in quarantine limbo.
Only in Norway would they place the testing center in such a beautiful spot. They put the tent on the Festplassen in the center of town. It's easy to access and the view is awesome. This certainly beats going to an unused shed or stadium parking lot. The line to get in starts early, but after a few minutes, the test is done.
Okay, well there you go. Glad to get that out of the way. I'll know a day or two, see if I can get out of the hotel. But it's another step. Looking forward to wrapping this up and getting out of quarantine.
Just get me out of here.
Friday the 13th and day 8 of quarantine. And the good news is I'm pretty certain I'm gonna get out today. At least I'm hopeful. I did the test yesterday and I feel pretty confident I'm gonna be able to get out of Dodge.
That's been a problem for the last several days. We'll fix it if it doesn't work in your room.
Well, maybe it means they can kick me out of here.
Is that what you're hoping for?
They are.
How long have you been there?
I tested yesterday. This is day 8.
Okay, so you're waiting?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm not gonna, it's chaos right now.
Is it really? Why?
There's been a big outbreak in Bergen
Right,
the last week or so, like tripling in infection rates or something. And they have to track down everyone who's been in contact with the guys, with people who've been tested positive.
Oh, geez.
So they have to test them, and it creates a big strain on the test labs.
Yeah, the line yesterday was wacky.
Yeah, if you want to call the corona telephone, like 45 minutes if you're lucky,
Wow.
to get an answer.
Yeah.
Everyone here has been waiting 2 days, 3 days for the test results. It's just a mess.
Interesting. Okay, well, maybe I won't get out today.
I would not cross my fingers, but you never know.
Yeah,
You never
yeah.
know.
And, it is what it is. So, excellent. Thank you. Well, that works. So with that news, now I don't know what to do. I mean, do I pack? Do I not pack? Do I just pack some stuff? Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll just start packing and leave out what I need in case I have to be here another day or two. I may be here 10 days just because it takes that long for the test results. There are things in life you can't control, so. I'm actually really glad that I decided to unpack everything. It really made living here a lot easier to deal with. But I'm not exactly certain how I'm going to organize things. I've got camera gear scattered all over the place. I've got computer equipment, and I've got food left over. No need wasting it.
It's Saturday morning and it's another beautiful day outside. As you can see, I'm still in the hotel room, no test results yet. Hopefully I'll get something today. I don't really necessarily know why I'm anxious to get out of here, other than I'm a bit bored and I'd like to get on to the next step. So we'll just kind of see how the day unfolds, and hopefully, I'll get a notification and I can move on.
Exploring Bergen streets, you can't help but consider what it means to live someplace new. Landmarks become familiar, you don't feel quite as lost, and the town shows its potential as home. I wouldn't call it a honeymoon exactly, but the place just feels right. Still, it's hard to shake that feeling of being in between, not quite tourist and definitely not a local. Just an expat checking out his new digs.
Let's check this out. Your test for COVID-19 was negative. Please observe the rules for quarantine applies in spite of negative test. I'm out of here. Okay, so it's 4:45 on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I think I can make it to the house. Cool, I can get out of here.